Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Sunitha Nareddy, infectious disease expert at Apollo Hospitals, Hyderabad. We have been dealing with COVID for a year and a half now. And as we are tired of being in isolation and quarantine, we are hearing so much about the Delta variant. Now, what is this thing that we're talking about as a Delta variant? Is it really a concern? How dangerous is it? What we need to understand is that any living being, be it human beings, animals or viruses, undergo mutations. As they undergo mutations, they evolve with various properties in them. And one such mutation has resulted in Delta variant. There are other variants as well. There's Alpha variant, Beta variant, which came in earlier, and now after the Delta variant we have the Lambda variant. So these are all various mutations that happen to the virus that is able to survive enough that we are able to pick them up. Now, is this Delta variant dangerous? This was considered different and is called a variant of concern for a reason. Because the Delta variant has the ability to transmit from person to person much more than the wild type, that is a regular COVID-19 virus. It has a 4 times more probability of spread as compared to the virus. And the other concern is, will the medications work on this or not? Will the vaccines work on this or not? So, if you think about why a vaccine may not work, or a medicine like, say for example, monoclonal antibody may not work. If you take monoclonal antibody attaches to the spike protein of the virus. In this case, the change in the virus is not in the spike protein. Similarly, if you talk about the vaccine acts on the spike protein of the virus. Because the vaccine and the monoclonal antibody act on the spike protein and the Delta variant has no change in the spike protein, we anticipate that the vaccines or the medication should work. However, when we've done research on this, it is found that, say, if you take the mRNA Pfizer vaccine, the first dose has 30 to 35% efficacy for the Delta variant and over 80% efficacy for the Delta variant. Whereas if you take the Covishield vaccine, where we have some data, again, the first vaccine gives about 30% efficacy and the second vaccine, if given earlier in the course, that's about a month later, has an efficacy of over 60 to 70%. So yes, the vaccines do work and the medicines do work, though we have to be careful to prevent more newer versions of these coming up. What is the Delta Plus variant? The Delta Plus variant is another mutation that has occurred on the Delta variant. Now this is of concern because will this spread more? Will this cause more toxicity? Will this cause more damage to the lungs, to the body? Will the medications work? All these are questions that we keep asking ourselves. We do not have answers to all these questions, but more importantly, what we have to realize is that we have to prevent these variants from coming. How do you prevent these variants from coming? The only way you can prevent these variants from coming is to make sure the amount of virus in the community is less, so that the virus does not replicate. As long as the virus is replicating, new versions keep coming up. So how do you prevent the virus from evolving? By taking vaccines and taking the appropriate COVID behavior, which is making sure you're masked all the time. So vaccines are very, very important. I would urge everyone to go and get your vaccines today.